For every single player who embarks on the journey to becoming a Pokemon Master, a region professor grants them with a starter Pokemon to aid them to begin their adventure. 3 options are always given, this being a Water type, a Fire type, and in this case, a Grass type. Of the 3, I have to say, without a doubt, I am the least fond of the Grass type. The grand majority of Pokemon of this type I find dull, uninspiring, and have simply no interest in using. On average, Grass type Pokemon suffer from poor overall stats and massive drawbacks with type advantages. On the plus side, they are the best counter against Water and Ground types, but it is not enough to make up for the 7 types that resist the offensive of the Grass moves and the 5 that Grass is defensively weak against. For this very reason, Grass type Pokemon are usually best used as support to inflict status ailments on enemies, allowing a sweeper to switch in with little worries. Unfortunately, the grand majority of them don't have proper base stats to fulfill their job, and with these weak defenses and low offenses, there is no way they can be good. Almost all Grass types need both a secondary type that complements them well and an amazing ability to become competitively viable. Even out of the competitive realm, Grass types struggle to be effective in many parts of the journey to becoming champion. Zubat are all over caves, and there is literally a flying type Pokemon that is so common to encounter. Despite this, I do love me some grass pocket monsters. Here are my 5 favorite Grass type Pokemon. Number 5. Abomasnow. Let me just get this out of the way. From a competitive standpoint, it is pretty damn terrible. No matter how much I like it, I can't deny just how bad Abomasnow is as a Pokemon. While the Grass Ice typing might sound cool on paper, it's a completely different story in practice. Its overall stat distribution is bad, and the type resistances? Ugh. Despite this, I love me this snow-covered tree. Obviously, it's not the best decision to use it competitively, unless you really want that hail. But for that, you are better off with Alolan Ninetales. But playing the games from a more casual standpoint, by that I mean simply starting a journey to defeating the Pokemon League champion, Abomasnow is hell of a lot of fun to use. Able to learn multiple powerful moves, it is capable of single-handedly taking down many Pokemon, even those who appear to counter it. Along 2 stab attacks, giving it Rock Slide and Earthquake, Abomasnow will have an answer for Poison, Steel, Bug, and especially Fire types. The stabs already take care of Rock and Flying, and with Fighting, well, dead. So offensively, it can deal quite a blow. Well, kind of. But not to worry, it's not all doom and gloom for this evergreen Yeti, for it has a Mega Evolution. With it, Abomasnow can finally be a respectable heavy-hitting tank. If under Trick Room, it's one scary mixed sweeper. Number 4. Delmas. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But really, who gives a shit? The only thing that matters is that this is one hell of a heavy hitter. I mean, Zizor levels of heavy hitter. It gives off the aura of a horror movie villain, with a completely perplexing design, ghost typing, and an overall creepy animation. However, the fear factor that this creature from the abyss presents is not only in appearance, for it will chill the weak to the bones. While it won't force its opponents to eat buffalo testicles or lay alongside venomous scorpions, it will corner them to a slow and brutal death. Its low speed already gives the vibe of a slowly approaching slasher villain, and like one, it can capture and trap its victims. A simple anchor shot and the feeble creature will be unable to escape. And as the poor fragile soul is pinned down by a chunk of metal, it's time for it to feel the force of the phantom. No matter what armor shield they try to use, they will feel the full wrath of the ghoul metal algae. If that can be effective, No problem. Delmas has multiple tools to claim another victim. Unless they are quick enough and deliver a strong move at its weak point, they better cancel any plans. For the only thing that is in their future is being buried 6 feet under. Number 3. Breloom. It's a mushroom that likes to fight. Must be Irish. If the X gene traveled across space and time and landed in the Mushroom Kingdom, this would be the end result if Toad received the gene. Breloom hits hard, and I mean really hard. With a base attack of 130, it can leave a serious dent on even the sturdiest of tanks. Rhyperior, Steelix, Aggron, you name it. They won't have much life left after receiving a hefty blow from Mushroomy Tyson. While the rest of its stats outside of attack are unimpressive, Breloom makes up for it with 2 really good abilities. The first, Poison Heal, and the second, Technician. The former allows it to carry a toxic orb, gradually healing due to the poison effect. And because Pokemon can only suffer from one status ailment at a time, it becomes immune to paralysis, sleep, and burn. Yeah, try to hit me with Will-O-Wisp. It's no use, you filthy swine. With Substitute, Focus Punch, Leech Seed, and Spore on its arsenal, Breloom can neutralize, block, kill, and still have time to place bandages on wounds. If such defensive playstyle does not fit your preference, first of all, it tells me you are not into competitive Pokemon, and second, Technician will do the trick. Now that Mutant Toad can strike with one of the most powerful priority moves in the whole game. For Technician, Mach Punch is nothing to laugh at. Am I right, Tyranitar? Am I right? It's really scary to think of a species with such massive physical strength and simultaneously inflict status ailments. How would wildlife be if lions and bears had venom glands? Oh. Number 2. Rosa Raid. Once in a blue moon, a Pokemon will come around to break the mold. One that, despite having the duo type of my 2 least favorite ones, it still manages to become one of my top 20 favorite Pokemon of all time. Come, show your marvelousness, Rosa Raid. Well, at least show us your talents. Because I don't think a dancer of a masquerade ball will show their true identity. I don't know, I've never been to Venice or New Orleans, but what I do know is that the most elegant roses have the sharpest thorns, and those found in this beauty are among the worst. For toxic spikes cripples any poor soul that comes into contact with them. Now her most common predators need to approach with caution. However, that is not her only trick, for Sleep Powder will shut the enemy down if they are immune to the poison ailment. Now, there is more to Rosa Raid than just status ailments. She can actually put her decent speed and great special attack to use. She has access to some really powerful special moves and a hidden ability to improve a certain trump card. So yeah, she can be aggressive if you train her to, but I prefer her defensively. An ability like Natural Cure will help Rosa Raid rid of any potential paralysis, burn, or anything for the matter. Stack that up with Synthesis and Giga Drain and we have a bouquet of roses with superb survivability. Kinda scary when you think about it. And number 1, Ferrothorn. Oh dear, does this thing look like it will hurt? Well, the thorns on Rosa Raid are only metaphoric. Ferrothorn though, well, just look at its outer shell. Massive iron spikes covering almost every square decimeter of its body. And nope, they are not just for show. The proof is in the pudding. Ability. Oh, and that collateral damage is huge. Makes Rough Skin look like a harmless flounder. To further enhance its defensive abilities, the the developers over at Game Freak decided to grant it with fantastic stats in both physical defense and special defense, making it extremely difficult to kill. Even at that, Ferrothorn's dual typing of Grass Steel makes it resistant and immune to over half the types in the entire game. And with only 2 type weaknesses, it will live longer than a giant tortoise. As long as there's no fire nearby. In that case, it's dead where it's standing. Its overall stat distribution basically shows you right on your nose that Ferrothorn is best used defensively. And hell yes, it has a move to back that up. Leech Seed. If carrying leftovers along Leech Seed, this metal vine will be a bitch to take down. And in addition to the previously mentioned type resistances, holy mother of bollocks, it kicks out of moves faster and more frequently than John Cena. One might think that its abysmal speed of only base 20 will hold it back, and to that I say, nope. In fact, it being slower than Steelix is actually a good thing. For now, Gyro Ball is devastating. Just look at Aerodactyl, Gardevoir, and Xerneas. They are pissing themselves at the sight of this monster. I can't even call them cowards, for it is perfectly normal to fear a beast with such fantastic offensive and defensive capabilities.